ask one last round of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will be brief, but I just wanted to touch on something that I've kind of heard a theme about from some of my colleagues today, and that is just how do we follow through and make sure the intent, the congressional intent of the law is actually being enforced. I want to focus on a specific USDA program that got some pretty good plus-ups in the CRP program, Conservation Reserve Program. It raised the payments for certain conservation practices. The 2018 Farm Bill, which obviously top of mind since we're in a Farm Bill year, established a statutory cap on CRP payments to 85% of the county's average rental rate. But I've been hearing some concerns about that, specifically that these increased payments have pushed CRP over that statutory cap, potentially leading to a situation where maybe the federal government is actually outbidding someone, including maybe a young or beginning farmer, for productive agricultural land. So what can your office do to, I guess, ensure at this point that that USDA is following the law here, especially when it comes to CRP and how these payments are administered?
That's an interesting question. I think we have work going on in CRP right now. Steve, I'm going to ask if you have any comments. And I don't know if we're looking at that particular issue, but certainly whenever we look at a program, the first question we ask is what are the congressional requirements? What's the legislative provision that we're looking at to measure against? So Steve, you may have something to offer on that.
I would reference, we recently did an inspection that talked specifically about the Conservation Reserve Program payment calculations. It's a very good informational report that walks through some of the things you're showing with charts that show the increase of the amounts, how the program works. I would reference taking a look at that, and we can provide that to you if we need to. So that's the comments I would add. And in that report, we didn't make any recommendations because we didn't find anything that was noted for recommendations, but it does give a good synopsis of the program. It talks about the payments. It shows the variability and the increase or decrease over a period of time. So I'd reference that report, and we can get that to you if
That would be great on follow-up if you could get
Sure.
that to our office, just because I think it goes without saying, the price of farmland is rising very